So I thought it would be fun one day if I picked out outfits that were based on like Winx characters, and if that was like a way that I got ready in the morning was by like basically sometimes I feel like it's fun creatively to pick a theme or a character or something when you're picking out an outfit in the morning. I feel like the constraints or whatever can kind of expand creativity, and I since the pandemic have been like wearing brighter colors and combining things that I otherwise wouldn't have, and basically just expanding my style and trying things I never would have before, and not being so embarrassed about looking kind of out there or like going out in like what I see as like a really fun outfit that otherwise I would have been like, I feel like people are gonna judge me and they're gonna think things about me. I just don't care about that as much anymore, and I feel like the Winx girls are a fucking great example for me personally to try to go off of and try to be inspired by, because their outfits were very out there and very fun and bright and girly, and I think it's pretty sick. So this is what I came up with using clothes that I already had in my closet.
So I love the layering trend where you wear a long sleeve under like a tank top or a t-shirt, and this stripy long sleeve always makes me think about Stella, and so I paired it with this green tank top because of how Stella wears the green little crop top with the orange skirt. So having created a kind of dynamic top half, I normally would pair this with dark jeans, something basic, but I don't think Stella would do that. So instead, I picked a color from the top half to match with the bottom. I do have green pants as well, but I don't think that would have reached the effect that I wanted. So instead, these pink pants serve to match the top while keeping things bright. And I would normally go for like sneakers or boots or something simple and basic for the shoes as well, but I was like, you know what, I'm trying to channel Stella, so I went instead with these heels. I think that the wedge style brown shoe like works here. It's just not like super ideal, but yeah. And I have these earrings that look just like Stella's scepter. That is so exciting. And then I matched it with this like 70s feeling golden flower choker that I have, which I like for Stella because she often dresses in that kind of 70s style. Now this scrunchie I wanted to incorporate as an ode to Stella's lavendery headband. But do you see this? That's not a match. Besides, with all this pink, the green top was starting to look a little bit out of place, so I replaced it with the light green scrunchie, which still doesn't really match, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta make it work. So this outfit is already curing my depression, and I think that's just because it feels like a Stella costume, so I'm like playing a role and I'm just not being myself. It's always been shockingly easy for me to just pretend to not be myself. In fact, I wanted to be an actress like extremely badly when I grew up, and I think in part because that way I just never, if I was always acting, then I would never have to be myself and I wouldn't have to like deal with that. And here I am wearing an original Stella dupe, even though this video was explicitly for the purpose of putting together my own original outfits and not just copying their outfits. I'm sure that has absolutely nothing to do with what we just talked about 5 seconds ago. Haha, isn't it cute though? Oh, look at that. Am I wearing a belt? Look at that belt. That's a little trick. I'll show you. What I'm doing here is I'm folding in the elastic band in the front, but then making it so that it forms like a clean kind of diagonal where it meets my sides, and then using the belt to secure that so that the sides aren't like sticking out. And then it just looks like the skirt is just supposed to be like that, and it fits me better. The first time I recorded this, I spouted off a bunch of stuff about how it's not about, you know, when you're creating these outfits, it's not about the colors that they wear. It's not about trying to match the exact same outfit. It's about who they are. I don't actually give a fuck. I just wanted to look like a fairy. So I wore these, what are they called? Necklaces. Because she's the princess of the sun and the moon and the stars, probably. And this little armband because I need any excuse I have to wear it. Anyways, I am clearly just delighted to discover that I have this outfit in my closet and that it looks and feels so much like Stella's transformation outfit. Mission accomplished. Obviously, here I am taking inspiration from Musa's OG outfit. We're doing red, we're doing overalls, we're doing platforms. Well, overalls isn't, what she's actually wearing, but I left the overalls undone so that they kind of emulate her laid back, oversized jean style. So here I'm starting to diverge from what the show has the girls dressed in a lot, because my goal here is to emulate who I think Musa is. I think as the seasons go on, they start making her a lot girlier. I don't know if I agree with that. I want the girls to be girly. I want these outfits to remain girly. With what I had in my closet, I saw this mesh stripy top and I was like, okay, we're feeling Musa. I did this skirt, also very Musa. I wanted to go with the thigh-high boots. She wears those in her transformation outfit. So I was like, okay. This vest though, I think I was thinking about Ice Princess.
You can't compete on new skates.
So trying to refocus, I took away the vest and I really like how that ended up emphasizing the soft edge of the t-shirt over long sleeve look that I think strikes a really nice balance for Musa. And now we're Musa going out, and this is so fun to me. So no need to be so casual anymore. The white tee is gone, the black bustier is in, but then with the thigh highs it's a little much, so we're going for the daintier platform sandal and accessorizing with these big flower earrings and this little choker and gold star necklace. Now, when I tell you that I feel so good in this outfit, I feel like that is what was the best thing about doing this, and like the idea of like choosing a character to try to emulate. I feel like getting out of my own brain and getting out of like who I am and just like imagining if I was to dress as this character is like unlocking shit for me. Like I'm like, oh shit, this is also me. Like this is so cool. I wouldn't have ever put this together if I was just thinking about myself, but then, or I would have felt like some sort of weird pressure about it. I don't know, maybe my brain's weird, but either way, I think this is just so me. And I didn't know how comfortable I was in this until I was trying on the other characters and then putting on Musa's outfit, and I was like, oh shit, this. Also, this one is really basic. I just basically stripped off everything until it was just that basic red skirt, and then let that be the sole focus of the outfit by pairing it with the black top and the same accessories. Okay, so I made a lot of Musa outfits. In case you can't tell, I mean, I already talked about it. I feel really comfortable. I look at all these different things I have in my closet that I feel like fit Musa. But I also wanted to represent Musa's more girly side that she does have. So I took this princessy light girly top that I have, but then I just tucked it under this more structured corset kind of a thing, so that it was kind of like this balance of structure and also softness. Ultimately, I'm not sure if this actually looks cool or not, so I just took off that part, and I think this also strikes a good balance, pairing a pink corset thing with distressed shorts, black accessories. And then I was like, oh, wait a second, I got it. This with the overalls undone. I didn't feel like the tube top was very flattering on me with the overalls undone, but this just hit the spot for me. And at the other end of the wink spectrum, we have Flora. This is my take on Flora's kind of OG outfit. I feel like one of the biggest things I got out of doing this was experimenting with color mixing. I feel like my whole life I have been afraid to draw too much attention to myself, so I end up trying to play down anything that could possibly be perceived as extravagant or eye-catching with pieces that are more subdued, to scale back, to remain small, to not look like I'm asking for attention, because that would mean that I think I deserve attention. Yeah, so if you want to look like you made more of an effort than you did, just try some color mixing, and also add some cute little accessories. I have this pressed flower necklace, these little butterfly dangly earrings, and because I had Flora in mine, I did my hair in these little soft curls. And then I also put on heels instead of sandals or sneakers. Once again, like normally I would just try to tone it down, but instead we're ramping it up, so yeah. Now pivoting slightly, I feel like if anyone's gonna wear all green, it's gonna be Flora, and I feel like this is similar to the last outfit in that if you strip it down, it's really just like a top and jeans, but because of what we're doing with colors and accessories, it's bringing it to this more like fashion place. And I would have never thought to pair this headband with this outfit, but we're Flora, so it just made sense, and it matches the heels. Now I have this adorable velvety pink little romper. It just screams Flora to me. I kept on that pink headband. I changed the shoes, so they're still wedges, which feels Flora to me, but they're a bit more classic. They're this deep red, and oh my god, I love this outfit so much. Okay, last Flora look, because I felt like I wasn't being like original or creative enough, and I was like, I need to branch out of Flora's normal color scheme. So I feel like this is a great example because I'm literally using the same top that I used with Stella. This is like the exact same color scheme that Stella would have pretty much, but this outfit feels like Flora because it's like so clearly her style. The cardigan is this more laid back, I don't know, like cottage core or something. That's what I feel for Flora. And yeah. Also, the way the heels match the cardigan and the stripy top matches the peachy top, and it all complements the color green. I'm like, ah. So I loved Tekna, and I feel like I've seen a lot of those little Winx outfit creation videos, and they always ignore Tekna, and that is so upsetting to me. Maybe it's because she's not really in the remake, but also a crime that she's not in the remake. Anyways, this outfit, I really enjoy pairing pink and green, but if we're doing Tekna, those colors I feel like have to be brighter. And also when you're mixing, clashing colors like this, I think it's great to try to keep them like the same kind of vibrancy, though I don't know if that is coming up on camera very well. But yeah, then pairing it with this like darker plaid skirt is wow. Skirts could not be more Tekna in my opinion. Like, give me fashion, but give me function. And then these white sneakers, honestly, they don't really match, but I feel like they're funky and it's a Tekna vibe. And for accessorizing for Tekna, I feel like she is silver, she is earring cuffs, she is like, you know, not exactly the typical kinds of things. This choker is like got a really spiky feel, but it's actually a bunch of little hearts. So it's like, you know, it's not that it's not feminine, but it's like not doing feminine in the way that, oh my god, hashtag not like other girls. Anyways, you know what? I'm not sure how well this outfit really works, but let me walk you through my thought process anyways. So let me elaborate on what I was trying to say a second ago. The show keeps Tekna as kind of like the least girly one, the least like fashion forward one. And I kind of wanted to say like that, like Tekna gets to be girly too just because she's smart, but Tekna is still somebody with a personality, so she's just not any like stock girly. She is kind of this futuristic, maybe preppy look. I liked mesh for her, I liked these fabrics for her, and then I'm also trying to stick to her general color scheme that they have for her in the show. Which, all of that is how I ended up with trying to match this mesh top to this purple top, and then matching both of those with the like color complement of the green. I don't think it actually works that well. Like, it feels kind of messy and like not tied together to me. But there's ideas here, like those rings and these accessories and these shoes. I tried. I just really wanted to wear the skirt for Tekna. I mean, the checkered style kind of looks like her whole sciencey grid thing, and the hardware. There's something right here, but I just didn't like pull it off. Yeah, we're already on to Bloom. I thought I had more Tekna outfits, but you know what? I just ended up not liking them that much. So here is the classic Bloom look. I'm really not doing that much special here. I just had these pieces and I really wanted to pretend I was Bloom. I matched it with these little orange earrings as an ode to her fiery red hair, which I always freaking loved. But in a lot of ways, this does feel like what they would actually put Bloom in if they were creating it today. And I personally like this one a lot better. I feel like it looks cleaner, and this shirt says Made of Stars in French, which I feel like alludes to Bloom's special origin and the show's origin being Italian. I just think it's so fun. So this is essentially my season 2 dupe. This top I have reminded me so much of Bloom that I just felt like I had to try to make it into an outfit, and I paired it with this little like puff sleeve crop top that I have so that it would give some dimension and even harken back to Bloom's first season outfit with the baseball sleeves. I tried to bring the fashion touch into this by matching the layered shirt underneath to one of the colors that's in the top, and then also matching that to the shoes. Then I paired all of that with the shorts because they look so much to me like the little skirt that she wears in season 2. And ultimately, I feel like I look like a giant toddler. Yeah, I don't really like this one, to be honest. There's round two. This time trying to take that same idea, but then make it my own, trading out the pastel and puff sleeves for a little pattern mixing, or I guess it's not exactly pattern mixing, but both of these shirts have stripes and they both have white. And so that is kind of like what I am using to keep them melded together. And then I don't like the tie in front as much as I thought I would. So I actually tuck it under the top, and then that I feel like created a very cool look. So not really experimenting with colors and girliness as much in this outfit, but instead just trying to use the idea of the character of Bloom to try to pull out a more interesting outfit from myself. I think it worked like fairly well. I kind of dig this look, but it is a lot casual than the others. You know what? This did not end up looking as good as I thought it would. Is it the shoes? I'm not sure what it is. I left them like unlaced. Okay, but I do love the sweater and skirt kind of look. I like these colors for Bloom. I think they're nice. Okay, you know what? Ignore the boots. I like pairing this flowy skirt, and I like the drop waist look for Bloom. I wouldn't have been as comfortable pairing these if I wasn't being Bloom. Okay, time for Bloom to go out on the town, except it also kind of looks like she's going to a rodeo. I'm not sure, but I like this very light white pastel blue corset for her. In case you can't tell, I am drawing from the Transformation Winx outfit, but I didn't think that it was a great fit, so instead I actually changed into this other skirt. I went full pastel blue, but kept the same silhouette, so it is a bit darker, a bit more, I don't know, it just feels more realistic. You know what I mean? I struggle so hard to dress these go-go boots because, I mean, what the fuck, they're white go-go boots, so they're hard to dress, and I still don't know where I would wear this outfit. But if I wasn't trying to pair it with the go-go boots, maybe I wouldn't have put this outfit together. So I think this top and skirt combination would be super cute with more casual shoes, you know? Okay, what do I say for this one? It's an outfit. It's got collars. Okay. Pink and blue is very Bloom. So that's what I went off of. I'm reverting to color schemes because I am on outfit 23 and I'm so tired. And I think it's cute. I like the idea that Bloom would wear these pants and that she's like borrowing Stella's pants. Okay. Yeah. That bleh. And this, I'm like, okay, this is cute. It's a lot though. Like, again, I would not be wearing this outfit if I wasn't like having that Bloom transformation outfit in my mind. This is like, I am a fairy. I am commanding so much attention. It kind of freaks me out. I don't know when, where, how I would wear this, but I mean, it feels really great on. So that's that. And that's the whole video. I'm not filming an outro because where was the point? You just watched the whole video, you know what happened. Okay, bye.
Est-ce que c'est le sang des betteraves qui sanglotent